Hey everyone, Hallie here. Today I wanted to talk about XDefiant's newest map that just released today of me recording this, which is October 18th on a Friday. And this map is called Air and Space, and it is a traditional 6v6 map. It isn't like one of the linear escort maps. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. This map released just today, I believe. I don't believe it released yesterday. I have not seen any marketing for this map. I looked this map up on YouTube just to see if anybody else has covered it, and I believe Ubisoft released a trailer for it about 2 days ago, which I just never saw. And I don't think many people did see that, just because there's been a lot of Black Ops 6 news, and I think XDefiant, honestly, right now, with the release of Black Ops 6, is kind of being overshadowed, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, that's to be expected, just because Black Ops 6 is releasing, and it's such a big game. And XDefiant will get its moment, but for now, it has to build itself back up, and it is releasing new maps. So, let's talk about Air and Space. This map is set in a museum, and I gotta say, this map is essentially based off, at least half of it is based off the Smithsonian Museum in DC, which I gotta say is probably one of my most favorite places on Earth. I have been there twice, actually 3 times. I am a huge history nerd, so that place is just so cool. And it's incredibly surprising. I've never seen this map in a video game before. This location, this museum as a video game map. So it's just really cool to see something and somewhere I've been as a map. Now, the map looks cool. It's set in a museum and it's all about air and space, which makes sense. It's an air and space museum. But how does it play? Well, it's very long-ranged. Assault rifles and sniper rifles are really going to dominate on this map. I have 2 matches that I recorded for this video. I had one where I was using an assault rifle, I was using an M16, and I was having a pretty easy time. I was still learning the map, but I definitely had a better time using an assault rifle on this map compared to like an SMG. Even though the PP19 is incredibly strong, you're still probably going to want to run something like an assault rifle or a sniper rifle or an LMG, something like that, which it's a nice change of pace. I'm happy to see a longer range map. A lot of the maps that we have been getting in XDefiant recently have been very small close quarters maps, which are great. I love those kinds of maps, but it is good to have some kind of variety with these longer range maps, and I think Air and Space fits that niche very well. It's a very long, I mean, it is a very long range map. There are some pretty gnarly sight lines on this map. I wasn't using a sniper rifle, but just running through, I mean, you can get shot from across the map, so you got to be careful. And I think it's good to have maps like that. I think it's good to have a variety, just like how I think it's good to have maps, you know, small maps. But it was getting a little stale, I'll be honest, with the constant release of smaller maps for XDefiant. I will say those maps were amazing, but again, variety is nice, and Air and Space fits a nice little niche of a longer range map, which is, in my opinion, very welcome to see. However, with it being a longer range map, it's definitely a change of pace. It does feel a bit slower, and interestingly enough, I think both of the games I played, neither like my team or the enemy team would have full players at a given time, which was a little strange. I don't know if that, I mean, I was just playing the Air and Space exclusive game mode that is released, where it's just the new map. So maybe that game mode isn't popular, even though the map just released. I don't know. Maybe people just don't know about this, so that's why I kind of wanted to talk about today. But I think the map is great. It plays very well. It's definitely different, so it might take some getting used to. But I like how it plays. I like having, you know, the feeling of making choices. Like, do I want to go left or right? Do I want to climb up this ladder and then play middle and kind of camp? Or do I want to flank around? It's really neat to have decision making like that. And you really don't get that kind of like nuanced, I mean, you kind of get it, but it doesn't feel as impactful, in my opinion, on like the smaller maps like Rockefeller, where it's just, I mean, it's tight, it's up front, you know, you kind of just run into the middle or you run down the sides and you fight people, and you're not really making choices. I mean, you kind of are, but I think if Air and Space, it fits a nice niche of a slower paced map. I'm also really thankful it is a traditional objective-based mode instead of the escort modes. I think that's just the terminology I'm going to use. In my opinion, I am not a big fan of the escort modes. I don't know. It's just not my cup of tea. I know some people like them, and fair enough. I respect your opinion, but they're really just not for me. So I don't know. I'm really happy to see a traditional linear mode. But let me know what you guys think. Are you happy to see a traditional objective mode, or would you like to see a linear mode? But yeah, overall this map is alright. I think it is pretty cool. If you like space and if you like museums, you'll probably like it a lot. My only issue with it is kind of the color palette. I think it looks dull at times, and other times it looks very good, but it's a very dark map. Like there are portions like it's a dark room with like a projector on the ceiling. If you go invisible as the I think it's the phantoms, if you go invisible and use the cloaking device or whatever, it's really hard to see someone in there, just because of how dark it is. And maybe, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's nice to have dark spaces in the video game. I don't know. I'm not really a huge fan of the color palette. Then again, we also have been getting absolutely beautiful maps like Rockefeller and Waterfront. I mean, those maps are just really gorgeous. So again, it is a welcome change of pace, I suppose. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Did you guys even know this map released? I had absolutely no idea. I didn't even see YouTubers talking about it. I didn't see trailers about it. Usually, I mean, I try to do my daily missions in XDefiant. That's about how much XDefiant I play, is just I do my daily missions and then I log off, because in my opinion, the Battle Pass XP is way overtuned, and you earn Battle Pass XP incredibly quickly, which I suppose is kind of good given the limited time nature of the Battle Pass. However, it feels like you earn weapon XP at such a sluggish rate in this game, and it's just not satisfying in my opinion. Like I don't feel like I'm earning anything when I play a few hours of XDefiant, whereas like if I were to play Call of Duty, a few hours of Call of Duty and grinding a weapon would get me a ton of camos and different attachments, and I don't know, it's just kind of disappointing. So I mean, I play for my dailies. I like to play XDefiant for a few hours every now and again, but that's about it. But another big thing I also wanted to talk about is the monetization for this game. Like in the shop for XDefiant, they are selling bundles that essentially are $30 bundles or $25 bundles. I'm really not sure of the price conversion, but these bundles are incredibly expensive, and it's insane that they're expecting people to buy $30 bundle. You can buy a great indie game for that price. I mean, you can buy a discounted AAA, I guess video games are now $70, so but I mean, you could get some fantastic games for $30. You can get a lot with $30, and getting 2 XDefiant character skins that, keep in mind, this is a first-person game, so you're rarely going to be seeing the skin you purchased, minus the hands, if that's important to you. And you get 2 weapon skins. And it's just like, this is not worth $30. There needs, it's just insane. This is way overpriced. I was thinking while playing, I was like, if they were to have these extremely overpriced weapons, what other game does that? Valorant. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Valorant's model. However, one thing that Valorant does that I do think would possibly work for Ubisoft's XDefiant is the night market, where occasionally every player will have 5 random weapon cosmetics selected that will go on a pretty heavy discount, like a 70% discount or a 50% discount. So instead of buying these $20 weapon skins in Valorant, you're buying like $10, or you're buying $5 weapon skins. I feel like something like that should be an XDefiant, and I mean, you'll probably get more sales doing that actually than these insane $30 bundles. I mean, it's just so unappealing. For my own personal experience, and you know what? I also want to extend this to you guys, because I hosted a poll on YouTube, which of course isn't the most accurate data method, but 43 people responded, and 98% of people said that they have never purchased something from the XDefiant shop. And I feel like a very big reason for that happening is because the cosmetics in this game are sold at such an outrageous price. However, I mean, the battle pass is insane value. It's incredible value, but everything else is just bad. Anyways, I just kind of wanted to rant about the cosmetics for this game because I saw, they're advertising this new map, and then they're also advertising a $24 skin or like skin bundle in the shop, and it's 4 blue items. And I don't know, it's really ridiculous. They need to really figure out their monetization. Like I don't know, because I want to purchase like this. The skins and stuff look cool. Like some of the skins look really cool. It's just so expensive. I'm not gonna spend $14 on an ACR skin. Like, I mean, back in the day, Black Ops 2, you could buy I bought the Magma skin bundle in Black Ops 2, and that's like $3. And that goes on every single cosmetic, and you get like a calling card. You got all that for $3, and now they want us to spend $14 on a single weapon skin. I mean, it's crazy. And I love this game. The reason I'm saying this is because I love this game, and I want this game to succeed. But man, figure out that monetization. But anyways, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. What do you think about the new map? Did you even know it existed? What do you think about the $30 bundles in XDefiant? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for the support lately. It absolutely means the world. I'm serious. I'll see you all later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.